This is the Judon sack early in the game. Matt is really acting, looks like he's a spy here. The Ravens drop into a cover 3 look. That's Humphrey to the bottom of your screen. Peters out opposite him, and Brandon Carr in the middle of the field. I think that's Brandon. You might want to double check me on that. There's Earl. Earl's really at the line of scrimmage at the snap, and he really goes outside and just contains Watson, I think. Ferguson forces the quarterback to leave the pocket there. I like both of our linebackers very much. 2-4 nickel look here, and Bynes and Fort are the inside backers. Fort's going to come out, pass off this tight end, pick up the back in the flat. Bynes is going to chase the tight end here, and I think that's probably the matchup that the quarterback wants. But Humphrey does a great job coming off this vertical and passing it deep, making sure he's watching the quarterback and making sure he's on top of this. And it's at that point you see Ferguson just flush the quarterback. Judon's still kind of spying. You see Thomas out wide here. Chuck Clark is he's turned into just such a good football player. Here's Chuck. He's going to go out and get under, I think that's, what's his name? Their star wideout, whose name escapes me right now. But Chuck, man, he's just in the right place all the time. Let's watch it again, and we'll watch it from the opposite side, or the end zone view as well. Good to see Ferguson get in on the recovery here. He's making plays. There's Judon. There's Chuck at the line. There's Earl at the line. 71, the nose that they brought in, or the D tackle. Watch him. Does a good job staying getting in this rush lane here. Watch him. Look at that. It's 3rd down and 10. Ravens are in man coverage with Earl Thomas, one high safety, but manned up underneath. And Watson gets flushed and sacked. Judon gets him. Chuck's going to peel out and get the running back here, so just man coverage down the line, 3rd and 10. Not sure at all. It's interesting. Bowser does this scrape here. Bowser is going to be the outside contain here for Watson. Because they stunt Judon in, or they work Judon inside, and they work Jihad Ward inside. Not sure at all what the tackle is thinking here. Really, I don't get this. And it puts this guard in a bad place, and Judon just gets the arm off him. Judon has great pursuit here too, because Watson's an athletic guy and does a great job bringing him down. But yeah, probably a good explanation as to why Watson may have performed poorly in this game, or one reason is he just doesn't have a lot of help here, not on this play. Chris Wormley's inside 4 here, just inside the right tackle. It's a great job winning leverage here, keeping his eyes in the backfield, watching push that tackle into the running lane, effectively covering 2 gaps here. Forcing the running back to come back. Sheds. Good play by Chris. Watch it again. Chuck's in sort of this hybrid linebacker role here. Good example of the rush getting there and of just tremendous coverage. See, Mark is constantly communicating on the field, constantly talking, lining guys up or helping guys get lined up. You see him follow the motion man there. A friend of mine was at the game, and he's a Steelers fan, unfortunately. But he went to the game, and he was telling me Peters is constantly talking to guys on the sideline and coaching guys up. And that was the impression he got. He watched him on the sideline. He's constantly engaged with the other DBs, coaching. Okay, so Judon brings the pressure here. Love Chuck coming up and getting this tight end. Watch Chuck. Chuck's everywhere, man. This guy's 8 feet tall. He runs, tries to run through Chuck, and he wants a flag. Love the linebacker play too here. Watch Fort. Uh, Hopkins is going to work inside. Watch his helmet. Turns to Hopkins. He's going to get underneath what could be a slant. You see the quarterback looking to Hopkins. Fort reads that. He goes off of him. Judon, good physical football game by Judon. You can see this guy goes to help inside. I'm sure, I'm guessing he thinks he's got something outside that'll hold Judon. Either the tight end's going to give a hit on him, or the back, or Judon will be stopped, in terms of guarding the back. I don't know. He works inside here, and that's just all Matt needs. Gets him turned. Underhand rip, and runs right through him. Right through him. It's a nice play by a lot of guys on this. Watch it again. Man coverage on the outside, Jimmy here. Really nice protection here on this completion to Nick. It's effectively a three-man route. You see Marquise, Nick Boyle, and Miles Boykin here. Miles is in motion. It's interesting. Watch Miles. He sort of hesitates. He's unsure maybe of his route or the snap count or something. I'm not sure what to make of that, but he hesitates there. Watch the route that's run by Marquise out of the slot. Watch how he sells this corner here, or tries to sell it. The DB actually does a nice job. Look how convincing that might be. Pretty big cushion there still that the DB has. There he is trying to sell that out, but the DB does a good job staying true and getting on top of that thing. I think we see from the other side how effective Lamar is. First thing you see him do is check Marquise in the coverage. Then he looks to Nick. Nick's covered at this point, or he's got this defender under him. He's going to go back to Marquise visually. Lamar is right there. Now watch how that influences this DB or this linebacker actually. See him move there? There goes that baseball throw, that real quick release from Lamar. So I think at that point when he turns to look at Marquise, it's really an effort to kind of influence that linebacker. You could see it perhaps up here a little bit better. You can see initially when he looks to Nick, this linebacker, this defender, has good coverage. He's underneath of him. He's got eyes to the quarterback. Watch Nick continue to work outside just a little bit. At the same time, you see the defender fall away, and he's following Lamar. He's reading Lamar's eyes there. So that helmet turn Lamar does, and then that super quick lightning baseball throw there is really what gets it done. Watch it from this angle. Watch Bozeman get pulled. Fake give to the back. Good protection. And just a good job manipulating that coverage. You see all three tight ends bunched in here. Nick goes into motion. Lamar ends up with good time in the pocket. You're going to see him hit Hayden Hurst underneath here. Just one of those sidearm baseball throws. I think Nick's the number one hit on this, the number one read on this wheel route. And they're wanting this guy in coverage to come up and bite on the flat so hard that Nick can just buzz by him. You see Miles running this deep post, and the defensive back is turned here. Good bit of separation, lots of green. This safety coming up, and it looks like something that could have been exploited. Yeah, there's time to hit him there, and they missed that connection. You watch Lamar's eyes, good protection. He's got his eyes probably on Mark here. And then he's going to check that wheel. Comes back around. Not sure he really even checks Miles, but he sees Hayden underneath. And you see this quick throw right on the money. This is the kind of play I like to find and I like to try to break down. And it's just a brilliant defensive play call here. We'll come back to this perspective. From here you can see Fort's going to come on this stunt he's working with on this blitz, which is a stunt of sorts with Judon. You can see just before the ball snap, you can see him chomping at the bit to shoot this gap. You can see Judon leaning in. Off they go. And he's going to come clean, and he's going to get a hit on the quarterback and force that errant throw. Judon's going to occupy this tight end. And that's part of what enables him to come clean there. See Hopkins. We're going to look at this from the other perspective. As I said, it's almost as if the Ravens know this is happening. And here's Hopkins. We've got him, Humphrey off coverage. And watch Bynes. To me, he's key here. This is just so key because they effectively ignore everything except the play call. Again, almost as if they know what's coming. Bynes ignores this play action here. He ignores the line blocking to that side, and he ignores Hopkins. They don't care. He just shuffles to help his boy LJ cover him up. He gets out on this tight end. So just a great call. And I think I've said it 3 times, but it's almost like they knew what to expect.